Hello everybody, this is Deidre with Paper Crafts and Planners, and I have a glue gun review for you here today. First of all, this was the original glue gun I had, and I've had it forever. $3.99 at Michael's. Comes in cute colors. This one's actually hot pink. I know it's showing up orange. It was fine. I was using a glue gun maybe 2-3 times a year, but then I had a couple of projects back to back, and it started annoying me. For instance, the cord. The whole time I was using it, it was just twisting up. The glue sticks, it does take a standard one. There is a little stand to it and a trigger. No on-off switch. It's just on once you plug it in, which is probably one of the main problems. When I would set it aside to get the next item ready to glue, it would continue to drip glue. Just a constant dripping of glue. And that stand is so short that it was touching a surface if you set it down. Plus the cord was so short, I think 3.5, maybe 4 feet. I don't think it's quite 4 feet. That where I had to plug it in under my desk in the power strip, it would fall over. Then I bought this one, and it is called a Raygun, R-H-A-E, and I will link it below. I purchased it on Amazon, $17.99, and it came with 50 glue sticks of the standard small ones. Had a better stand, that was nice. The cord was a little bit longer, I think it's 4 feet long. I also purchased this Totally Tiffany glue gun stand so that the drips would not be an issue. The problem was this one even, it has an on-off switch, but if I left it on in between gluing, it would continue to drip. It would take a little bit before it was warmed up enough, but then it would continue to drip. And so I got this thing thinking, oh, this would be the answer. But when I went to pull it up one time, it pulled the whole glass piece up with it. Not good. So then I was offered this Monvict the other day glue gun. A company contacted me and said they'd like to give me the glue gun to review. So that's fine. I did not pay for it, but they are not paying for my review, so it will be my honest review. It has a nice little stand that comes on and off. The switch is not an on-off switch. It's a 60 watt or 100 watt. So your glue will get, I presume, hotter than the other one that I have. I don't know that I need that, but it will if that's what you like. It came with these little finger protectors, which I bought some at Daiso the other day because that is a thing. I've burned my finger quite a few times. So this instruction sheet, and I'm not going to read it because when I did, the grammar was a little off because it's from a foreign country and nothing in there is groundbreaking. You'll understand it. The grammar was off and I'm a grammar Nazi, so that's not why I'm not reading it. But you will understand what it says, and there are pictures also to go along with it. Nothing earth-shattering, just your basic safety, how to take the stand, the little plastic piece off and on, and the fact that it has this other little metal clip that you can put it forward and set down on your table. Besides the protectors for your fingertips, it also came with some glue sticks, and 15 of them in total. And they are the bigger glue sticks. They're bigger around than the other ones. So this one will not take the standard small glue sticks. You must have the bigger ones. It was $22.99 with the glue sticks and everything. So I've got some twine or jute here and some other materials that I'm going to try to, just play with these and see which one does a better job. So the original one, what I'm going to do is I plug them both in. I put a glue stick in each. Well, the original one I had already had a glue stick in it, so it's going to heat up a little faster, I would assume, because the glue stick was already in there. And plus the glue stick's shorter, so it doesn't have to heat up as much of a glue stick, if that makes sense. So you can see what the problem is if I don't use that Totally Tiffany stand. Where it plugs in under the desk, again, it's going to fall over unless I'm sort of propping that cord also as it goes across my desk, which kind of defeats the purpose of having that little stand. So we're going to try this out, see which one heats up quickest, and spoiler alert, it is the smaller gun because I think because it has less glue to heat up, and also the glue stick was already in there. So let's see, we'll check out and see if the small one is ready to go. The big one is not yet. We're going to do like a line and see if it would go thinner and thicker for me. I would imagine that the tips are about the same. I think the small one has a skinnier tip, but also a skinnier glue stick. So the little one's ready to go. We're going to practice doing sort of a stream there. It does a pretty good job. You can get a skinnier one, but not in the beginning. In the beginning, unless you're moving really fast, you're going to get a big glop of glue. Now I'm letting go of the cord. I'm being very conscious of it, but I'm still getting a lot of strings coming off, and you can see they're sort of following me. Now I'm going to do a big glop of glue, more strings, and we'll set that little one down there. And why I have this on that finger, I should have it on my left finger if I'm going to pull the trigger with my right hand. Don't ask. Anyway, so yes, there are a lot of glue strings, and again, it won't stand up for me unless I put it in that little stand that I have. And yes, glue strings everywhere. Now I'm going to put a little dot down and put this little bow down, this jute bow, and we'll leave these to set and see how they adhere. And they should adhere really quickly and fine. I never had a problem with that, with things wanting to come off. It was just going back and pulling all the glue strings off afterwards, and the fact that it wouldn't stand up on its own. Yeah, those were annoying things. And also, as it got hotter, it just started to drip more and more. So that was annoying. So let's see if the big one's ready to go. I'm going to pull my Totally Tiffany thing over here again and put that glue gun in there. And I'll link to that stand if I can find it. I think I bought it on scrapbook.com when they were on sale. So this one looks like it's ready to go. I'll give it a few squeezes. We'll try out the string. It's about the same. I don't think any better or any worse as far as getting a nice string, a nice stream of glue. Do another one. It's basically the same. I can get about as skinny as I could on the other one, even though the tip's a little bigger. And there are glue strips, glue strings coming out. I had high hopes that there wouldn't be, but there are. Maybe unless I go up to a $50, $60 glue gun, I'm going to have that. I have a friend that has a cordless one, which I thought, oh, that would be awesome, cordless. She said it's the same thing. It doesn't work any better than the ones that I already had. So we're going to put a big circle here and then put this little ribbon rose down. I do like the stand. I'm already liking the stand, I will say that. I don't need to put it in that Totally Tiffany thing to make it stand up and not fall over. Still glue strings. And we'll put that down there. And then I'm going to just give this a little bit of time to see, are we going to get drips from both of these? I think I end up turning up the new one up to 100 watts because right now I have it at 60, which is plenty fine for what I'm doing, but it doesn't look like it's dripping at 60. So I decide to turn it up to 100 and see what I get as far as drips. Everything's adhered nicely. I didn't expect that to be any different from the guns. And basically I think that might be a glue stick issue anyway. So there are no glue strings right now. They did come off. The little one is starting to drip already. So it's just, you can see from the tip that things are starting to drip. The big one is not dripping yet, at least not now when I don't have it turned up to the 100 watt. But once I turn it up to the 100 watt, it does begin to drip also. So the thing about these, I think we kind of have to give them a rating system of, and I try to not get glue strings here for a couple of times, but I still get them. So as far as ease of use, I would have to give the Monvict, I think it's called, I would have to give it about a 4.5 because it's got that nice stand. It even has the other metal stand if you wanted to take that little one off and tip it forward, which I won't do because of the, dripping that might cause it, that might be caused. With the cord plugged in under my desk in the same location, it does not fall over with that stand. It has 2 different temperatures. Even though I don't use that, someone may like that. So as far as ease of use, oh, it also has a 4.5 foot cord. So as far as ease of use goes, I would have to give it a 4 or a 4.5 out of 5. As far as the ray gun one, I think I would give it a 1.5 to a 2 max. Just because if I don't use this Totally Tiffany thing, it just wants to fall over. And I don't have another, it's nice to have a longer cord because you don't know where you're going to have to plug these in when you're using them. And I'm just using my regular craft desk that I do everything on. So as far as that, that's the rating I would give it. As far as drips and strings, the big one ended up dripping too. So not at the same rate, but I think I got 2 or 3 big glops as it went along after I turned it up to the 100 watt. So as far as drips and strings, I would give the ray gun a 2.5 and the Monvict a 2.5 also. I think they're both the same. Neither one was better than the other. As far as price and quality, I would give the ray gun a 5 out of 5. It was $17.99. It came with 50 glue sticks. I think that's a good deal. The Monvict, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. It did come with 15 glue sticks and the little protectors for your finger and the little base, and I think that's a good deal. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 as far as quality price comparison. So the Monvict gets a 10.5 out of 15, and the ray gun gets a 9 out of 15. So I mean, that's not bad. It's a $17.99 glue gun. The other one's $22.99. And I'm just going to assume that unless you go up to a $50 or $60 glue gun, you are going to deal with the little glue strings and the occasional drips. So you just need to plan on it and have a surface underneath of it that it's not going to damage if it drips. And just be ready to pull off those little glue strings. I mean, I guess they're not a big deal. They're just kind of annoying. Anything's better than the $3.99 gun. However, it's $3.99. Thank you for watching, everybody.